How's it going, gamers? RebelX here in the War Room, and today we're looking at Battlefield Hardline, how to dominate Heist Mode. Heist Mode is one of the newest modes introduced to the Battlefield series. This mode picks cops against robbers, cops trying to stop the robbers from stealing money out of vaults or armored trucks. We're going to quickly go over some quick strategies for both attacking and defending teams, so let's get into that right here, right now. Alright gamers, now the strategies I'm about to give you both for the cops and the criminals, you can utilize these on any map during heist mode. So the first group we're going to talk about are the criminals. Now at the beginning of any match, do not follow the herd of players going towards one vault objective. Try to spread out, try to go towards one that barely any of your teammates are going, because most likely that's going to be your first way to get into the vault area to steal the money. Because don't forget, the enemy team will always go towards the herds of players that are all located in the same spot, so do not follow that. The next thing too is that when you are playing with vehicles though in heist mode, be sure someone, if not yourself, is driving the spawn convoy vehicle. This vehicle, I kid you not only will this vehicle allow your teammates to spawn with you and other allies on your team, this is possibly the best vehicle to use when trying to transport someone who has cash. This vehicle can take a lot of damage, your teammates can shoot out through the windows, by far one of the most valuable vehicles on the planet. And also too is that because you have to wait for an extraction, this vehicle will have your teammates spawning with it and your fellow allies that aren't in your squad. So bring this vehicle along yourself if you are playing in a mode with vehicles. Now, as I said before, you're going to want to try to see if you can flank the defending team. The defending team will always be focusing on the vault entrances. If you can sneak around the enemy spawn, they will not be paying attention. I've done this every single time I play in heist mode. I've gotten at least 5 to 6 kills before I was finally dropped for the first time in every match. Because as you see right here, I flank the enemy. They're focusing on the vault, they're not focusing on behind their back. So always flank at the beginning of any match. Now the next thing too is that once a vault's been cleared, head towards your team and start dropping health packs and ammunition if you can. If you don't have any of those, try to plant some explosive mines. If not, try to give some cover fire. But above all, whoever has the money, try to go and meet them at the extraction point. Don't necessarily follow them unless they have no teammates defending them. The idea here is that you want to try to, once again, flank the defending team and knock them out of the fight, giving your team time enough to extract the money. If you flank the enemy and constantly harass them from behind, you and your team will dominate, you'll get easy cash, and take out the enemy force extremely quickly when you're playing as the criminals. Alright gamers, now let's talk about the cops. Now, playing as the cops defending side is actually a lot easier in my opinion. One thing is for sure is that the enemy will be coming towards you, so you don't necessarily have to go out of your way to find these guys. They will come towards you if you're defending close by, not on top of the objectives. Try to stay within the facility. But what you want to try to do is you want to try to get the enemy in a choke point. Try to get them stuck down an alleyway, a corridor, whatever you gotta do. Do this at the beginning of the match. You will get easily 4 to 5 to even 6 kills right at the beginning of the match. So instead of running around trying to figure out a good spot to try to flank the enemy, try to develop an area where you can hold the enemy off, allowing your team to set up defenses and possibly hold the enemy off indefinitely at the beginning of the match. But if you do not want to follow that type of strategy, I recommend then by trying to flank the enemy, go all the way around the map. Make sure no enemy spots you. This way you can flank the enemy right when they're setting up the vault explosives. And don't forget, disarm the vault explosives. A lot of gamers don't seem to do that. Other thing too is that when you are defending and there are vehicles, there are 2 vehicles you should take with you if your teammates aren't taking them. The first one and most important one is the spawn truck. Park this truck nearby, not on top, or the enemy will destroy it right next to the objective. Park the truck, I would say, within 20 yards away from the objective, allowing your team to constantly spawn right nearby the objectives. The other thing too is that if the spawn truck's already there, take one of the armored SUVs that deploys a minigun on top of it. This is an excellent thing to use as a sort of a turret and the last defense mechanism to hold off the crooks. This gun can tear apart foot soldiers very quickly and also destroy their spawn truck very quickly as well, so long as you have that vehicle nearby. So always remember, bring the spawn truck and one of those heavy turret armored vehicles as quickly as you can. Now, once a vault door has been opened, try to plant yourself nearby to a vault door. That way you can stay within the facility in case the enemy destroys it already or tries to grab any of the bags or disarm the objectives yourself. Try to get to the high ground. Try to plant yourself, not necessarily in a sniper position unless you are a sniper yourself, but stay within a good 10 to 20 feet away from the objective. That way you can at least disarm it when it is armed, or when an enemy grabs a bag, you can be nearby to recover it without actually being right on top of it. And, as always, try to stay at the high ground. Once the enemy grabs a bag, try to get to the high ground and try to just camp on top of the drop-off point. When you kill an enemy, the bag will automatically start to recover, and because you have the high ground, you'll be able to take out anyone who grabs the bag ensuring easy victory and easy recovery for both you and your teammates. And as always, gamers, try to see if you can flank the enemy when they are trying to arm the bomb, but because you are at a distance, you're not on top of the objective, the enemy will not know you're there, and you'll be able to drop in on them very quickly. The next thing too is that make sure you are dropping supplies for your teammates, especially those who are defending with you. Your teammates are just as valuable as your main weapon is, so always try to help your teammates out. If you don't have any ammo packs or health packs, if you're playing as a sniper, plant some landmines near the objective. If you're not playing as that, you're playing more as a mechanic, try to see if you can take the brunt of the abuse with your silenced weapon, because the enemy will not be able to pick you up on radar. Now, say for example if an enemy does grab a bag and they're trying to drop off the objective, instead of camping right on top of the bag, try to get near a wall and lean on the other side of the wall. The wall will give you an excellent amount of cover, but also too, this will net you a chance to get even more kills, because the enemy will be prone to running in a straight line or doing a little Mario jumping their way try to pick up the bag. If you camp within a good, I'd say about 10 feet away from the drop-off point, as you see right here, I'm netting tons of kills because the enemy has no choice but to come in the middle of my fire because they're trying to get to the objective, making them very easy kills and making it very easy for you and your team defending, taking them down. Alright gamers, that's all the time we have for today. Feel free to check out more of our videos of Battlefield Hardline. We're going to be doing more videos on this game very, very soon. So keep it here in the War Room for more of help on Battlefield Hardline, and we'll see you guys next time here in the War Room.